Hey Taurus, welcome to your mid-September read. Let's see what the cards have for you today. Wow, we're starting with the Magician, the Star. Wow, and the Four of Swords in your outcome. These are clarified by the Justice, the Emperor, oh my goodness, and the Ten of Swords. These are big energies. Bottom of the deck, you have the King of Wands. These are big energies, Taurus. Five of Cups, the Death is under there as well as that Four of Wands. Big energies, big transformations going on. Wow, okay. I'm just taking it all in right now. This King of Wands is interestingly a very similar energy to the traditional Emperor, but you've got the wildcard Emperor in this deck as well. He's the only king in this deck that sits in the throne. This is very much a leadership energy. He's taken his role as the leader, but he's an adventurous king. The world map behind him, his backpack ready to go, holding that magic wand right alongside the Magician. This is a king who does things his own way. He takes his own path. This is an adventurous king, but he's also earned his place on that throne, so he's not reckless. He's adventurous and he might choose an unconventional path, but he's not reckless, he's not dangerous. This is someone who's got a really well-balanced degree of passion, courage, and discernment. He takes the path that he wants to take because he knows that it will be exciting and exhilarating, but also safe. You know, he's not going to put himself or his friends or the people following him at risk here. This is a really exciting energy. I'm feeling like you're starting to feel this push to step out of your old way of living. I'm really feeling like you're being lit up. People are probably going to start noticing you. They're going to want to invite you to their parties. They're going to want to employ you in their businesses. They're going to want to seek you out for advice, to seek you out for adventures. They're going to want you to come on holidays with them because they'll know that you're the one that's going to take them on the best adventures and give them the most memorable experiences. There's something in you right now, Taurus, that's really attractive to the people around you. You're becoming really dynamic. But I'm feeling you're really steady. He's not the most grounded king, but he's not all up in his head as well. He's got a really good balance. That's you right now. I'm loving it. Your current situation, you've got the Magician and Justice. Wow. Honestly, if any of you out there have any legal matters going on, any contracts that need to be signed, you are in a really good position to see exactly what needs to happen. You're pulling rabbits out of your hat here. Is that Magician? She's the alchemist. She's creating transformative, intuitive leaps is what I'm getting. There's magic around you right now with this. This Justice is about balance, but it can also indicate legal issues. So as I said, if there are contracts around, I feel like you're just this confidence that you have and this magic that you're wielding right now, you're going to create something pretty special here. If you've been putting off some kind of legal situation or some kind of contract, or there's some deal that you've been a little bit cautious about, or you've been thinking about maybe getting into investments or something and you've just been a little bit hesitant, now feels like a really good time to step into this. Now, I'm saying that this King of Wands is not a reckless king. Just be mindful that that means that you don't want to leap into this too quickly. Especially if you're talking about money stuff here, money can be a tricky energy to work with. It's quite elusive in the energy. It's not as solid and grounded as it appears and as we seem to think it is. And when you're dealing with things like investments where it's not sort of grounded in reality, like I'm talking about crypto, where it's very ethereal, it's not really a tangible thing, even though we can use it to buy tangible things, it's still very ethereal. That's where you need to make sure that you actually grounded in reality, you do your research and you're not being reckless. But honestly, if there's going to be a time to do it, now looks like the time. This is such supportive energy right now. You are really in this Magician role. I'm loving it. The Star and the Emperor as your influencing energies. My goodness, This is you making your wishes come true. And this Emperor, as I said, he's kind of a wild card in this deck. He is the Emperor, so he still has those qualities of leadership and authority that the traditional Emperor holds, just like you've got with that King of Wands there. But this particular Emperor, as you can see, has a little bit of the shadow realms about him. He's a little bit like Captain Jack Sparrow from the Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, there's a little bit of magic around him. It's got a bit of that flavor of the shaman, touching the shadow realms, connecting with spirit, the earthly spirits. This is pulling in some of this magician energy here, but really grounded in reality as well. It's like he's grounding your wishes into reality. He's laying the foundations for the universe to grant the wishes that you're putting out there. And he's making sure that when the universe responds, they land. This is a really powerful magic time for you, Taurus. You have this magic wand. You can wave it and create the life you want right now. It's crazy. It's really amazing. These are all really big, powerful energies. What may happen as you move out of this mid-September period towards the end of September, you may need a rest. You've got the Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords. These interesting energies. This Four of Swords is asking you to take time out to rest. It's like you need time to recoup your energies, to just go a little bit quiet and still reconnect back in with your heart after all this big stuff that's been going on, all this excitement, this adventure, this outward flow of energy. This is time for the energy to flow inwards. This is that inward drawing time. So use this energy, this outward flow, while it's there for you. Use it in whatever way works for you to create your wishes, to ground them in reality, to sign contracts or make deals that you may have been putting off or that seemed like they were out of your reach. Now is the time to make it happen in this mid-September period. But as you move towards the end, take time to rest, retreat from the world. When you start feeling this draw to be a little bit quiet, to be on your own for a bit, to take time out, float on a lake, please listen to that, because if you start feeling this energy and you're continuing to drive yourself forward externally, you're going to get that burnout feeling. So really pay attention to your body. That's what I was saying with this King of Wands. He's not reckless. He would pay attention to the times that he needs rest. The Knight of Wands is someone that would keep driving forward, but the King of Wands is more mature. He knows when to stop and to allow that fire to rekindle itself. That's what this is doing. This Four of Swords, rekindling your energy, giving yourself time and space to reconnect back into your heart, to rest, recover your energy so that you can go back out into the world again. Now, the reason that this may be needed is because this Ten of Swords, this influencing energy, is indicating a bit of an inner transformation that's going on. It's like while this external focus and this magic is happening in your world, really it's higher level energy. There's big stuff going on here. These four major arcana, really powerful energies. This is not just an ordinary everyday situation here. It's big powerful energies. But while that's going on, something inside you is being transformed as well. This alchemist energy can't live in you without creating transformation within you as well as outside of you. And with that comes a need to release old parts of yourself. This death of the ego it may not be the easiest thing. For some of us, we might experience the death of the ego and it's uplifting and freeing, and we don't go through any of those dark night of the soul moments. But for a lot of us, and it happens at different times, maybe at one point we had a wonderful inner transformation, that we released some part of ourselves that was keeping us limited, and we didn't notice any of the pain and suffering that came with that ripping out of that part of us. Then the next time it happens, we do go through those emotional depths where we're suddenly realizing that we can't continue the way we've been going, that some part of us needs to be released. Some old belief that we've had that was so cemented in us is suddenly being challenged or is no longer fitting with the way the world is working, and we need to release it. It can be painful, it can be difficult, and we might come up against resistance within us, which can come up as anxiety or depression or anger or fear. It can manifest in any way. Whatever's happening in you is the way it is. There's no right or wrong when you're going through the death of the ego. This is why you really want to trust and listen to your body when it's saying you need time to rest and time for yourself and time to go in. Because as I said, if you try to keep pushing forward, you will likely get a burnout, because this is some powerful shifting that needs to happen. And if it's not given the space and the time to do it organically, naturally, you may end up getting sick or injured, because your energy, your inner guidance, your higher self is saying, this is what you need right now. And if you're not going to let it happen for us, we'll make it happen for you. So that's when things like illnesses or injuries or accidents can come out of the blue and kind of force you into this state of rest and recovery. So if you can listen to your body, it will happen organically and you won't need to go through that. Right, let me pull some advice cards for you using the Rider-Waite Tarot here. Okay, interesting. We got the Moon card that flipped over in the deck while I was shuffling. This is pointing to you needing to trust your intuition. That's the Hermit's face and the Moon there. When you're feeling moments of confusion, maybe you'll have times where you're not sure whether you need to keep moving forward or you need to take time out to rest. Any moments of confusion, lack of clarity, just step back for a bit. You don't need to go all the way into this Four of Swords retreating energy. You could just take some time out. Get out of the situation that you're currently in that might be causing the confusion. Do something completely different, but something that's fun, something that's just there for fun. There's no responsibilities, there's no expectations, just something you do for fun to get you out of your head a bit. Or even better, take time to meditate, to go quiet and tune into your intuition. See what little messages are coming in. That's part of the message of the Four of Swords as well. Messages want to come in from spirit, from angels, from God, from your higher self. They want to be received by you. So this is you putting yourself in a state of receptivity to receive the messages that want to come through to you. This is pointing to the same thing with this Moon card. Give yourself the space and time to go quiet, to receive the messages that you need to help guide you on your path. So you can see clearly where you need to go, which path you need to take. See your way through the dangers. Remember, our King of Wands is not reckless. He's not going to put himself in danger. He needs to know the path he's going to take to have the most fun. So try and do that, and listen to your dreams as well if you're not great at meditating. And wow, okay, another piece of advice, the Queen of Pentacles. Ground yourself, do something creative, do something in nature. That's a really good way to ground yourself, connect yourself back in with that intuition. And as I said, it's that message of getting yourself out of the situation, doing something that does ground you, connect you back in with your heart and connects you back in with your higher truth so you can see more clearly and get yourself out of that confusion. When it does come time to make this decision or choose which path you need to take, whatever this is that might be putting you in this state of confusion, whenever this comes up, the Queen of Pentacles is telling you that the way you'll know you're ready to make this decision is when you're feeling very content and at peace. She's so content. She has everything she needs. She's not wanting anything more. She's not needing to do anything more. She's sitting in a state of peaceful contentedness. That's the perfect way to be. That's where you need to sit when you need to make a decision. Get that clarity, find that peace and steadiness and groundedness. And the other piece of advice, you got the Three of Cups. Another way to get yourself out of any states of confusion, be a bit social, have a bit of fun, a bit of play, connect with your friends, connect with your family, whoever you know that allows you to just be silly, to be yourself, to have fun without, again, those expectations or responsibilities. Let yourself play. It's the perfect energy that King of Wands is supporting that. It's perfect. There's a lot of joy and a lot of heart in that Three of Cups. Those are also the three fates weaving your destiny. So if you can connect into that state of fun and that heart connection with the people that you love, the people that you care about, that will get you back into the flow of your destiny if you feel confused or uncertain about your next steps. Now, I was just shuffling to pull your final three message cards and the sun just popped out. Amazing. This is incredible. I've only the other second read I've done, and this is the second time the sun's come out. And I just got the Hanged Man as well. Wow, these are all the same kind of messages. That sun is indicating that this is a really joyful time, really abundant with success and possibilities. This feels like the sun that's shining on these 4 cards here, and that King of Wands as well. The Magician, the Justice, the Star, and the Emperor. This is your time to shine in your external world. So this is saying, I love these 2 cards. This sun is saying when you feel that outward draw, embrace it with joy. You'll have success. You'll find so much joy, so much pleasure in this outward expansion of your energy. And then when it's time, when you feel that pull, take time out as this Hanged Man. Take that time to retreat, to be still. It's a very different energy. This stillness is completely the opposite energy to this adventurous King of Wands and those 4 externally focused cards that I was feeling for you. So really pay attention to your inner guide when you feel the urge to go quiet. Take that time out and see things from a higher perspective. Gain clarity, gain perspective on this whole situation, this whole expansion of your life. Gain that higher perspective. Experience that state of enlightenment and awareness and awakening as to the higher purpose of all of this. And that will give you a real sense of what this all means for you and where you can go next. It's a really powerful time for you, Taurus. I'm so excited for you. Oh, beautiful. The Page of Pentacles. I love this. This is a really beautiful representation of the story I'm feeling here. This is the joy and success and celebration that's coming from your outward expansion. This is that inward retreat, that quiet inward focus that gives you that higher perspective. And then when you're ready, the balance between the two is this Page of Pentacles. You can very slowly and patiently step back out into the world from your retreat, plant the seeds for the next phase of your journey, for whatever this is, the next phase of your life. He's the student, he's the researcher, he does all this research and he takes things very slowly and methodically and plants his seeds for something new to be really grounded in reality. This is such a beautiful balance between these two extreme energies, really nice, steady middle ground energy to kind of culminate all of this. I feel like you're going to do so great. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the 8 of Wands, the Empress. Wow, the 7 of Pentacles. This is really cool. You're going to be in a great place. This is another energy very similar to that Queen of Pentacles. Grounded creativity, that Mother Earth nurturing energy, giving you the opportunity to figure out where you want to go next. But this 8 of Wands, what I'm sensing is you're getting prepared, you're getting put in a place as this Page of Pentacles to be really receptive, that 4 of Swords, to whatever new information, news, directional shift is going to come sweeping in. So you're being positioned to accept this and to fly forward with this. This is a very positive energy. It's coming from the heavens. So you may feel pushed into a new direction, or you may feel a sudden push on the same path that you're already traveling. This is an influx of energy and inspiration and information that's driving you forward. And because of everything you've been through, as I said, you're going to be really well positioned to embrace this and to get into the flow of it. You'll be flying with these wands at the same pace. You won't feel rushed. You won't feel left behind. You'll be at exactly the right pace to fly forward with this. And you're going to step into this beautiful Empress energy, creating the world that you want, really birthing this new life for yourself. I love this, Taurus. Have an incredible mid-September. I'll see you soon.